Today I'm here to tell the story of my life. And for that, first of all, I would like to thank LAJA Talks, LAJA and Riddhi Doshi for giving me this opportunity to share my story on this platform. So, well, it goes like this. શું કરે છે તું આ છોકરીનું કામ નથી, એ તારો ભાઈ કરશે, તું રહેવા દે. અરે ભાઈ, આટલું બધું ભણીને શું કરવું છે? લગ્ન જ તો થવાના જ તારા. Job, career, why do you need it? You come from such a nice family and then after all you are going to get married. Oh, you are overweight. It will be very difficult to find a good match for you. अच्छा, शादी हो गई. It will be not so easy to conceive a child because you are overweight. It will be very difficult for you. Fine. कैसी माँ हो तुम? करियर के बारे में ही सोचती हो. You should focus on your child instead of your career. ये और ऐसे बहुत सारी चीज़ें हम सब सुनते हैं हमारी लाइफ में कहीं ना कहीं. Raise your hand अगर इसमें से एक सेंटेंस आपने भी आपकी लाइफ में कहीं सुना है. ये तुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा, राइट? तो बचपन से ऐसे ही स्टेटमेंट सुन सुन के चैलेंजेस लेना मेरी हॉबी बन गई थी. स्टीरियोटाइप्स ब्रेक करना भी मेरी हॉबी बन गई थी. नाउ व्हेन इट कम्स टू टेल द स्टोरी ऑफ माय लाइफ, आई विल स्टार्ट इट विथ अ वेरी फेवरेट कोट ऑफ माइन फ्रॉम none other than my favorite movie. Maybe people who are of my age might remember him, Rocky Balboa. The world is not all sunshine and rainbow. It's a very mean and nasty place. It will hit you hard, beat you to your knees, and never ever let you. It will let you permanently be there if you let it. I repeat, if you let it. It's our choice. It's not about how hard you are hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and get moving forward. Whenever I'm down, whenever I feel challenges in my life, these are the words which always gives me motivation. So being somebody from a small town of Bhuj, spending 32 years of my life there, मेरी कहानी भुज से शुरू होती है. अलग अलग challenges because I come from a family and because that was a time and even today. आज हम जब बात करते हैं that women are judged, women are always put down कि ये तुमसे नहीं होगा. We always live in so much of self doubt. एक बार तो हमको कुछ करने से पहले दिमाग में आता ही है, believe me, ये कैसे होगा यार मुझसे. एक बार आता है, या तो एक बार आता है बस यार अब ये छोड़ देती हूँ, ये मुझसे नहीं होगा, राइट? तभी ऐसे शब्द जो होते हैं या ऐसी इंस्पायरिंग स्टोरीज हमारे आसपास होती है वो हमें मोटिवेशन देती है. सो कमिंग फ्रॉम अ स्मॉल टाउन, आई कम फ्रॉम अ फैमिली वेयर ऑफ कोर्स द टिपिकल पैट्रियार्कल माइंडसेट वाज देयर एंड आई थिंक दैट इज फाइन. दैट वाज दैट टाइम. अब रिवॉल्यूशन शुरू हुआ है. आई कांट से दैट पैट्रियार्की या पैट्रियार्कल माइंडसेट इज ऑल गॉन एंड नाउ देयर इज इंक्लूसिविटी एंड नो. It will take a lot of time to change the mindset of people. But I am happy that we are a part of a revolution where we are set to change that mindset. And we are a part of it. So, challenges started since childhood. ये पढ़ाई नहीं करनी है, तुम्हें ये पढ़ना पड़ेगा because otherwise मुझे आपको बाहर पढ़ाई करने भेजना पड़ेगा. फिर पापा को समझाना. Then after you completed your studies, your marks were down. So 12th में कहा जाता है रिजल्ट के बाद સમાજમાં તે મારું નાક કપાવી નાખ્યું. હવે એની પાછળ એક અલગ સ્ટોરી એ છે. 1997 में 12th साइंस के सब्जेक्ट्स के पूरा कोर्स चेंज हो गया था. The papers were so tough that the toppers had taken a drop. उसमें हम लोग हिम्मत करके पास होके निकल आए, बट स्टिल समाज में नाक कपावी नाख्યું. But I always thought कि no, a failure is a step towards success. I was always positive about it. I was always ready to take up challenges. I had to struggle to tell my dad, make him understand that, okay, I want to go out for my studies. Now let me go out from the city. Mushkil se wo mane, so that was one struggle. I went to Rajkot to study for 3 years. That gave me exposure to the world. And you all must have experienced hostel life, 3 years, a lot of struggles as well as learnings, because those years are what makes you what you are now. And I completed my studies in 1999 December, came back to Bhuj, not knowing what life is going to throw at me after 1 month. Exactly 26 January 2001. It was a wonderful morning. My parents had gone to Rajasthan for some conference. Me and my siblings were at home. My grandfather was with us, and I was just making tea for them. They were waiting for the parade to start on TV. I was talking to my grandpa, and suddenly I heard a shattering sound coming from beneath the land. First, we thought it is some terror attack because the sound was like machine guns, hundreds of machine guns, happening at one shot. But then my Nana told me that, no, Vaishali, this is earthquake. Stand where you are under the door frame. I was seeing my whole house turning into rubbles. And I was worried about my siblings who were upstairs watching TV. I ran to catch hold of them, not knowing what's going to happen outside, what has happened, just worried that the kitchen is a mess, the crockery is a mess, and what Mama is going to tell me when she comes back. When the whole earthquake was over, I realized that where will my Mama come back? Our house was gone. But as my parents always say, that with the blessings of our ancestors, 3 of us and our grandpa, we rescued without even a single scratch. And I am really grateful to God for that. એ વડીલોના આશીર્વાદ જ હોય છે. When we came out, we realized that people are dying. The roads, the rubbles on which we were walking, we didn't knew there were people beneath that who were dying. But finally, my parents could come back, they could found us. This experience is something which I will never ever forget in my life. 26 January is a different day every year for me. It took 3 years. I had come back with dreams of starting my career in fashion designing, starting a boutique. But when I came back, we realized my dad's office is also all into rubbles. And that's how, we spend nights and nights under the sky counting the stars, counting the aeroplanes coming from different countries to help the people of Kutch. And it took 3 years for us to get back to a normal life. My ambition to get into designing business and all was at the back seat because it needs a lot of investment and this was not the time. But it always, ये कहते हैं ना कि आपदा में अवसर को ढूंढना. So that's how I got an opportunity to work with a couple of NGOs to rehabilitate the women artisans of Kutch. And it gave me opportunity to travel everywhere in Kutch, getting in touch with the embroidery artisans, the weavers, educating them about different color schemes which will run if they want to go for the global market. This was the time when people didn't even knew what Ajrak was. And I really enjoyed it. That was the time I realized that working for yourself, for earning for yourself is good. But working to empower somebody else gives a different high. And I decided that I will do that. But this was the time my family needed me, my support, and that's why I took up a corporate career. The struggle went on. My siblings got married. I was the last one to get married from the 3 siblings. I was the eldest one, so that was one more stereotype where I had to make my father convinced that it's okay if I get married at the end and it's okay if I don't get married. So he was under, tu dikri thaine amari seva kem karis? I said, so what? I can't do that. So apart from my job, handling dad's office, my mother, and finally, at the age of 32, I met my soulmate and we decided to get married. ત્યારે જ્યારે આટલા બધા વર્ષો જતા રહ્યા ને આ પેટ્રિયાર્કી, આ સ્ટ્રગલ, બધી જ વાતો જ્યારે મગજમાં ગઈ ને, મારા પપ્પાનું એક જ સેન્ટન્સ જ્યારે મેં સાંભળ્યું ને ત્યારે મને એમ થયું 32 વર્ષની જંગ હું જીતી ગઈ. લગ્નના સમયે સંગીતના ફંક્શનમાં my dad was asked that what are your feelings today when your eldest daughter is getting married? And he said, હું ભૂલી ગયો તો કે એ મારી દીકરી હતી. But today I realize that she is going. So when you struggle for so many years and these things happen, અને એક પેટ્રિયાર્કલ માઇન્ડસેટ બ્રેક કરવા માટે કે રિવોલ્યુશન લાવવા માટે એ મારો ફર્સ્ટ સ્ટેપ હતો. Marriage brought in different level of struggles. So 1.5 months into marriage, and I realized there was some politics happening in the business, the family business. So me and my husband were told not to come to office from tomorrow itself, and you are on your own now. So tame tamaru fodi lo. So it was a big shock for me, but as I said, nothing is impossible, and I was always used to take up challenges. I took the front seat. I decided to get into a business where my husband said, okay, I'll help you out. And then I realized I'm pregnant with my first baby. Along with a 6-month baby bump, I went ahead to the people of Kutch, meeting them, the artisans, and trying to figure out how I can sell those products, design something, and give them also a remuneration and do my own business as well. That's how my business started, along with my husband and my baby. So that was one struggle. My daughter was born, we had to change the city. 10 વર્ષ પહેલા બે બેગ લઈને અમદાવાદ આવ્યા. So that's how my life in Ahmedabad started in the year 2014. Then I gave birth to my second baby. Gradually I started doing business. Other struggle came on was demonetization. It hit the business. એમાંથી ઊભા થયા. And then my father-in-law was bedridden. So our business took a back seat because taking his care was of foremost importance. Almost 1 year we gave into that, and again COVID struck. My father-in-law was no more, but COVID struck, and again there the business was on a pause. We all know our days of COVID, but I decided to do something. The struggles which I had faced as a mother, as a woman, coming back in my career, I think there would be thousands and thousands of women who would need just a hand, or just, somebody to tell them that you can do it. And that's how the idea of taking up Multitasking Mommy was just a Facebook community. But during COVID, it took a shape where, we decided that we will inspire and motivate each other. And that's how this community started. It's been 4 years now. So struggles are a part of something, you are, which builds you, which builds your personality. And it's never going to end. It's up to us how we take them. So I would always say, always remember that every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. So whenever you feel that ab yahan se aage kahan jaun, always remember, believe in yourself and tell yourself that you can do it. And only you can do it, nobody else. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you.